So in my class to teach the scientific method, I light a bill on fire and I dip it in half ethanol, half water, and I light it on fire, and the flame burns pretty brightly for a couple seconds and then it quickly dies out. And I use that as a jumping off point for students to engage in science. I moved to the United States when I was 7 years old from the Philippines. And being a first-generation immigrant in this country wasn't easy for me. I became a teacher after my brother committed suicide. I felt compelled to help the troubled or the problem students. You know, the troubled student was my brother, you know, who had a difficult time in the American school system setting. He was a brown child that didn't speak the language very well. He had an accent.
The great majority of our students, they are first-generation kids, and sharing that story of where she comes from is very powerful. She understands their struggles because she has walked that.
Before I came to Cielo Vista in 4th grade and I was being bullied a lot, that was the first time I met Miss Avinia, and she helped me cope with some of the stuff that was going on.
If she noticed that I was a little quiet on certain days or just wasn't answering as much, she would ask me like how I'm doing or if anything's going on at home or what I'm excited about over the weekend, and just make sure that everyone was feeling okay.
I just want to help them the best way that I can because, you know, in helping them, I help myself heal and in a way give back to my brother and his legacy. So when I first came into CVC, in the interview, I asked them, do you guys have a garden? And I thought to myself, my God, this school is like one of the top schools in the Valley and it does not have a garden. So I decided that I would make it my mission to bring a garden to Cielo Vista Charter.
Mrs. Avinia came up with an idea to completely redo our garden, and we spent an entire year completely redoing the garden.
Personally, as a 3rd grade teacher, I worked with the master gardeners and took my students back there. We grew vegetables, we learned about composting, we learned about the native plants that grow in this area. And then I've seen a lot of students just go back, paint rocks, read books back there, and just enjoy a space in nature that we didn't have before the garden.
What it taught me was like how a garden takes so much work, and it's a process of how everything grows, and how like at school it's a process to learn something, and also in life it's like a process to understand someone or understand yourself sometimes.
It's kind of exciting because she makes everything fun and interactive. So when you're like having trouble on a certain project like I did with our rocks or like earthquakes, she kind of helped you out and made it more interesting for you.
So when I ask my students to channel their inner scientists, I see that they could actually be anything that they want to be. And I try to facilitate kind of the environment for that to come out in my students.
Seeing Nietzsche accomplish what she has accomplished so far, there's definitely hope for anybody struggling can be overcome and turned into positivity. It's like turning poison into medicine.
This is just what I do, and I love doing it, and I can't see myself doing anything else. And even if I'm in a rough spot, just being with the students and helping the students, and it's been kind of magical.